Hello again and welcome to the boot of my car. So today it's that long awaited camp. I've been promising it for a bit. I've eventually got time, so today that's what I'm going doing. I'm taking a friend of mine with me on this one and I've got a little surprise for him along the way.
I do apologise about the breaking footage here. Unfortunately, due to my rubbish camera, I had a bit of a technical issue and it's deleted some of the footage while I was editing. So in this area, this little bit should have been me doing a setup of the Starlight 1 and giving that to my friend Fish, and me setting up the Meteor 3000. I was also talking a little bit about the tents. There's nothing I can do about that. I've put out what footage I've got, so please enjoy the rest of the video, and if there's any bits that need editing, let me know, because it's messed up all of my sounds on it. So things like any background music and any overlays that I've put are sort of a bit out of place. I've done my best to try and make sure that they're in line, but obviously some might not be.
As you can see, there's a little fire pit just next to a bench that's situated on the camp. Give you a bit of a tour around. So there's that tent that he's in, that's the Robens Starlight one. I'll pan round. I apologise for all the bits of stuff left everywhere, but it is what it is. And that is the Sierra Designs Meteor 3000. It's a beast of a 3-man tent. I've actually had that tent in some really strong winds. During the summer this year, when everybody was having tents blowing all over the place at Leeds Festival, I was actually in the Meteor 3000 at Silverstone Festival. We also had strong winds. There was a variety of different tents there, so some of them stuff that I know of, some half decent 1 and 2 manners. I saw a Lanchan 2 while I was there. Obviously I was in the Meteor 3000, and then there was a few people who were taking the bigger family style tents, and the younger tents that actually survived that wind properly were the Meteor 3000 and strangely the Lanchan 2. I saw a lot of bigger tents that were flattened. I even seen a flat Hilleberg, which was clearly not been set up properly, because Hillebergs are quite widely known for being able to deal with very adverse weather. But yeah, that was flat, snap pole on it. So yeah, it's a good tent for the money. If you're after a 3-man tent, I think it's about 2.5 kilos or something like that. So it's not a great deal more than something like the Raccoon 2 from OEX. So for a 3-man tent, it's a good size. It's a good weight. I fit it in my 65 litre today, along with my quilt, my mats, everything. I hiked in with all that. Got the Polaris stove from Fire Maple set up. Anybody who watches my videos knows that I absolutely adore this stove. For me, this is literally the best stove on the market. I've had numerous different stoves over the years, and this just everything that I want it to do. It doesn't weigh too much. I prefer having my canister separate. I like it being remote. It's really sturdy. It fits a decent sized pan on it. It's a really good stove. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some toasties that I've just bought from a local supermarket, so I'm just going to heat them up in a pan, and that's what I'm going to have for my lunch. We've got a few festive drinks for tonight, a bit of a festive theme meal as well. So like I said, this is our Christmas camp. We've not seen each other in a couple of months, just both got very busy lifestyles, so it's just a chance for both to get together, enjoy the weather, because it's still 8 degrees in December, which is crazy, and just have a bit of a fire and a reminisce, a couple of drinks, a bit of a laugh. I'm going to film a bit of it like that later, and I'll include that in the video, but what I'm going to do is I'll probably just leave the camera filming, and then I'll just edit in bits that are relevant and take out bits that aren't. But yeah, so I'll cook now. What I'll do is I'll take my ugly face off the camera, and I'll do a bit of a time lapse of me heating these toasties up. So, forgot to say, pan set, still using the Boundless Voyage titanium pans. Ignore the fact that it's a bit burnt. I have my stove set too high, but it's not sticking. Still a reasonable pan set for the price. So these are the pans that I'll be using just to do it. So like I said, I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse now, and I'll keep my ugly face off the camera while I do that. That's the first toasty cooked. I'll do another one in a minute, but I don't need to film that. I did burn the pan, so I'll get that off in a bit. Unfortunately, I had the heat up turned up a bit too high again, which is how I burnt it initially, but like I said, that's easy to clean. So, like usual, I'm not going to film myself eat. Nobody needs to see that. There's no worse noise in the world than the sound of somebody chomping on food. So, I'll get this out. Then I'll probably go and find where he's going, because he's only walked 5 minutes to go and get some wood, and I've been here now for, I'd say, about 15 minutes, and he's not turned up back. So, I need to find out what he's doing, because he needs to go and get some food as well. So far so good with the campsite. As you can see, we're camped over there. We have set the tarp up now because it's starting to rain a little bit, so we've got that for seating. Facilities, there's plenty of toilets, wash basins and stuff about. Your toilets are your dunny style ones with the pit at the bottom where it goes into. That's been an experience. I've never had to use one of them before. Getting a draft up the rear end is a bit interesting. Obviously your sinks for them are external. There is showers that are over in that direction inside the forest, but they're not switched on at the moment. Talking to herself. He's currently having a shit. So yeah, the campsite seems pretty good. There's an orchard apparently in this direction, so we're going to go and have a look at that in a minute. We've not had much chance because we've been setting up and getting everything I wanted to have a proper look around the site, but it seems really good, really eco-friendly, self-sufficient campsite. Like I said, there's a little community that live here that look after it. They all seem really nice. So does a wheelbarrow full of wood for £10. There's little fire pits that are communal, but with the younger people on the site, so we've got our own. You've got another little washing up basin here. I presume, but I wouldn't quote me on this, that they're all probably run from rainwater. Like I said, I won't quote me on it, but yeah, it's quite a cool little site. We can't really drive up to it in the minute, so we've walked up because of the weather. The owner says she doesn't really want people at the tracks in case you get run over. If you have kids, we've got a football net. I said I'm going to walk up a bit further because they've got numerous pitches. We've gone on to pitch 2, but I've just seen a bit in front here that's pitch number 6. So yeah, just having a bit of a walk up. I don't know if I'm going to have time to show you where the little village and stuff is, the little community today, but if not, what I'll do is I'll film that bit in the morning when we get up. I'm struggling a bit for light. I think it's 3:30 now, so we've got about half an hour left of light, but there's a few little pitches. So where we are, we've got quite a big field for field 2. So you've got like field 6 here, which is it's a little greenery, bit of the woodland and stuff. You can actually camp inside the woodlands, they told us. It's got pitch 8 up here as well, which you can see. I've not seen pitch 7 though, so I don't know where that is, but that might be in amongst this maybe. I think it's actually there. I think you can see a bit. But yeah, if you come further up, and yeah, so as you can see, you've got pitch 8, which goes there. It's like horseshoed. That's this pitch 9 that's at the other side. So I don't know where 7 was, but got pitch 9 here. Another big grass pitch. There's the rest of 8, as you can see. Bring you over. There's another little fire pit in it. Seems to be quite a little good site. I don't know if I mentioned it before, it's only £10 a night as well, which is really good. So you've got another little fire pit in there. I think where that forest is there, I think you can actually stay in that forest, but I won't quote me on that. There is an orchard somewhere, I don't know where that is. I know the owner was saying you could walk up and see that, so I'll keep walking. There's more pictures I'm finding up here, so I found 10, 11, 12, 14, so as you can see, it's a bit more wooded. You've got the trees around you. You have all the wild shrubs and stuff, and the bits of wild gardens and stuff around here, because like I said, it's all self-sufficient. So if you want a bit more of a woodlandy style feel, you've got that with 11. There is, as you can see, still a fire pit within there. But that's a bit more wooded. Not one for today with how wet it's been. This would be more, I'd say, family orientated. It's a lot more open in this area. As you can see, the views are still really nice, but you've got all these more separated pictures up here. You've got 13, 14, 12. 12 looks like quite a big pitch. Take your sound to see that. So you see 12, really, really big pitch. So we'll cut across there. we'll have a look. I've not found this orchard, but it might be further down. Another walk into the woods, I think, in a minute. So you've got 14 and 15 there. Once again, it's quite a big fire pit in this area that I'm in, so I'll just take you to see that. And there's plenty of these logs that are about that you can stand up for sitting round. So it's quite a good little site. It's got quite a lot of functionality for somewhere that's, like I said, £10 a night, so you can't complain. And like I said, it's a proper working site. There's people that actually live here, they live off the land. They try to be self-sufficient as possible, so like I said before, everything's all powered by solar panels and stuff like that, and the showers are powered by little fires, and they've got a little gas one and stuff as well. It's really cool. Mr. Fish! So still on camera, we've found our ways into woodlands, so we're having a bit of a wander around. We're not making our own way, there is a path, so we're just going to follow that. We did speak to the owners when we got here, and she just said that we're free to roam anywhere on the site that we want. We did ask, she knows that we're filming, so we've got permission to film, to take pictures as well. Like I said before, I want to do a bit of a series on more budget campsites, because I know, especially this time of year, not everybody wants to be up in the middle of the hills, and it just gives everybody that bit of an option that there is places you can still go. And you know, there's a few that I've got in the bag now, these more budget campsites, and sometimes it's nice to go somewhere you can have a fire. So you've got all the birch trees here. I might actually strip some of the bark off that in a bit for my fire. Of course, everybody knows birch bark is like the best kindling in the world. I've actually got some smaller birch logs here, so I might take it off one of them. It's a case of using them big ones. But yeah, it's quite a cool little area. More little buildings out that way. I'm presuming this area is part of the forest, because you're allowed to camp in the forest, so I'm presuming this is part of the campable forest. I think tomorrow I'm going to speak to the owners before I leave and see if there's a possibility of me coming doing a hammock camp at some stage in here, because there's plenty of trees here that you could do a hammock camping. I just do it on the understanding that I'm not going to have a fire, because I should imagine this area is quite flammable with hot stuff on the floor, but I can't see him saying no. I know looking for a new hammock area is something that I am looking for at the moment. I used to go to another site, but my mate that's with me today, Fish, his car got vandalised while we were there, so we tried to avoid there. I'm not going to name and shame anywhere. Like I said, everywhere that I go, I want to review the campsites. I will go back to that one. I'll talk about it a bit when I go back to it, but like I said, I'm not in the business of slandering anywhere. But yeah, there's a couple of shepherd's huts. I was sort of looking through here. I'm presuming this is still part of the same site. We've got a few little shepherd's huts. I knew that they had them here, so I don't know if you can see them in the background. There's a few of them. You can actually rent these out as well. I'm not sure how much it is to rent them out, but what I'll do is I'll share costings of everything in the video. I'll put it up here, or I'll share it in the description or something, just let people know. So that's where the solar panels are. The shepherd's huts, looks like they've got full water going to them. They've got their own taps. Oh, it's eco pods there. They've got their own solar panels on. I don't know why I can't remember what that word is. Little solar lights on the outside. They've got their own below ground fire pits, benches with them. Yeah, they're quite cool. They've also, I don't know if you can see in the distance, got their own windmill by the looks of things. Just talking about the hammock camping here, and I've actually found one. So Fish is going to test it because he's considerably lighter than I am, and I'm going to film it in case he falls out of it. He doesn't look very stable.
No, it's not very deep. It's alright for chilling though.
Yeah, it seems alright.
This is nice.
But yeah, so this is back where I was saying, so this is where you've got all the eco pods there. I don't know how much they are to rent, I'd have to share that, but we just looked in them. They've got bunk beds, a little kitchenette, they've got a log burner in there, so especially for this time of year, if you're not wanting to get a tent, I know there's plenty of people that still want to get out but they don't want that, they are an option. Like I said, I will share the price of them, just so you know. So we've also found where the orchard is, so the orchard is in and around here. So they've actually got around the eco pods, there's loads of fruit trees and stuff. So I presume in the summer when the fruit that's falling out is edible, you're more than welcome to eat that. That is something I'd have to check with the owners, but I can't see there being an issue with it. So once again, I'll let you know about that, see if that's the thing. But so far so good with this camp. I don't know if they're ever going to watch this video, but if you do, thumbs up, you're doing a good job. I'm a hard person to please when it comes to a campsite, because I like that mixture between keeping it wild and sort of living out in the sticks like you're supposed to do camping, and having some degree of features, and it seems to tick all them boxes. Yeah, self-sustaining, which sort of helps with that. Instead of bring you back if I found anything interesting, we've actually just found a Trigg point in the middle of the farm, so that's somebody's house. I'll try and make sure I don't get reg plates on. Don't want to be giving that up, but yeah, there's a little Trigg point in the middle of this field that we're in, so we're just gonna, well, you can see it. So we're just gonna go and bag the Trigg, because we might as well while we're here, and then try and work out where we actually are, because we're well away from where we've camped. But yeah, inadvertently bagging a Trigg point. It says on it, it's doesn't say anything on it, but yeah, Trigg point. I'll try and find out where that is if I can. Once again, I'll include that in the screen, but it's a big if. Couldn't find out what the Trigg point was. We googled it, went on All Trails, went on Commute, went on Google Maps. Nothing was there. It was near some Staffordshire Waterworks building. I forgot to get what 3 words, so I could have done that, but yeah, I couldn't tell you what it is. But we're currently walking down the hill that it was on, so we're actually away from the campsite now. But we found a bit of a circular route we can do, so we are pushed a bit for daylight, but worst case, we've got lights on our phone. Looks like there's potentially a pub in this direction, so we can always stop off for a beer as well on the way. But yeah, all in all, it's been alright, and we've just opened up a lovely view, so that's also a benefit. Bit concerned being this far away since it's been trying to rain for a bit, but especially since I'm only wearing a down jacket. If you look up, you've got planes going over the top. Try and keep them in shot for you. It's not the easiest thing to do. I don't know what they are, some kind of small biplanes, but I don't know if you'll be able to see them now in the distance, but they're just up there. 3 of them together. I'm presumed there's been an air show or something, because they're all flying in close situ. Just finished a circular. We're back at the gates, as you can see. If you come, keep an eye out for the little green sign, it says farm on the hill. And then there's just a gate that you enter. I'll get you a picture in a minute, because this numb nuts is taking pictures of it. So just enter this gate. Once again, it says farm on the hill camping. I'll give you a little bit more of a look at the site. So as you come in, there's a little area here. It's called the Secret Garden. Obviously got the sign there. So inside this bit, it's another little camping area. It's got a swing inside it, inside a tree. Once again, a little fire pit. There's enough for probably 4 tents in there, maybe 2 large ones, but that's having a bit of space. I get the opinion here they don't like to cram too many people in, which is good, but that's a good little camping spot. Once again, you've got another little toilet area there. There's tons of them dotted about. You've got a little benched seated area just as you come in. We're just going to walk up now into the little community area. Obviously, if people don't want to be filmed or they don't want to be filming the area, I won't include that within the video, but we're going to have a bit of a look. So as you can see, this is all the vegetable gardens. Like I said before, they're self-sufficient, so they grow a lot of their own herbs, a lot of their own vegetables here. It's quite a big little patch. Looks like they've got, I don't even know what types of trees they are back there. I'm not that high up on my trees, but it's a different type of tree. Got greenhouses and sheds. They have bike hire here where you can rent bikes. It's quite a good cycling area. Probably not the best for mountain biking, but if you want a bit of road biking and you want some views, good little place to come.
going to get too much of this because it's obviously where people live, but
Yeah,
I get a bit in the background. So you've got your greenhouses and stuff, and then you've got like a little army tent, a few caravans, a massive greenhouse down that area. Like I said, it's a community, there's people live here, they all work the land here, they all help towards keeping it self-sufficient. It's a bit of a log cabin in that direction as well, but I'm not going to share that because there's some personal belongings of people's there. There's a really cool caravan with magic mushrooms painted on it over there. But yeah, if there's any number plates in when I'm filming, I'll edit them out. But yeah, quite cool. Looks like they also, by those things, sell plants. There's a sign there that's got the price of the plants, so that's also pretty cool. So bring you back in a second as we're walking back, and I'll show you the route that we've got to walk to the campsite. So they're currently building some cabins by those things, so we're just going to little walk through the bits of forest and have a look. Like I said, we have got permission to be wandering around. I spoke to the owners before, and we've been given freedom to film everything that we want and to sort of come around and view everything. So as you can see, bit of a stone cabin here. It looks like it's quite an original building, to be fair. It's got some relatively mod cons in it with regards to the sinks and stuff. It's just looks like they're using it for storage, for the fence materials. So we've got it all in there. It looks like somebody else has been working on it, but yeah, it's definitely being used more as a barn. Got a little silo there for animal feed. Looks like there's another one a little bit further up. There's a few caravans as well down there, as you can see. Like I said, people live in here and work here, so we're trying not to intrude too much, but also trying to give the best overview of the area as we can. There is also a pod somewhere, but I can't seem to find it now, where they have, this one I was saying before, where they have the showers that are heated by a fire. I think there's actually, is it a sauna in there, a jacuzzi? Sauna, innit? Yeah, they've got a sauna in there and showers that are also heated by the fire as well, which is a nice little touch. So we're just at another building now. This one actually looks like one that they're working on at the moment because they've got all the sheeting on to protect the wood, the tarps on the roof. So we won't go in, obviously, for safety reasons. Don't want to be, I said, causing any problems to the people who own the site. But once again, like I said, we're free to roam, so we're having a bit of a look round. We're just going to use a cut through now that we found. Go back, so we're not that far from where we camped. But yeah, it's a really, really cool and really intriguing little place. If you're wanting something that's just a little bit different, that it's still a campsite, that touches on that, it's a really, really, really cool place. I'm astounded by how different it is from anywhere I've ever stayed. I've never stayed in an eco place before. And like we said, the views aren't so bad. And even the owner said, but when we came, we've got free roam, like I said, of the whole campsite at the moment. And she'd said that, you know, this is probably the best field that we're in for the views and stuff. Big long row of sheeps were there. If anybody knows what they're doing with it, I will ask the owners. But if anybody else knows, just leave me a comment. I'm presuming it's to dry it out or something in the sun, or to naturally dye it, I don't know. But there is sheep in the field down that way. I'm presuming it's part of the same farm, but that's just not part of the campsite farm. So I don't know, but that's what I presume. So we're now back where the tents are. Don't know if you can see through these trees, but that's where the tarp is, and then the two tents are either side. So it's absolutely leveling it down at the minute. So we're going to go and have a couple of bevies underneath the tarp and hopefully stay a little bit drier than I am at the minute. So we're now inside the tarp, as you can see. It's still raining a little bit. We've got our barrel of wood keeping dry, along with all your most important things. We've got gas, we've got stoves, and we've got beer. So worst case, if it levels it down and I can't be bothered walking to the tent, I'm going to kip in my chair. But yeah, look a little bit like we're going hunting. But other than that, yeah, it's a pretty nice little spot we've got here. I don't think we're going to get a sunrise, unfortunately. This rain's brought a lot of clag in, so I'll just turn the camera around, I'll show you. So the views that I talked about before, as you can see, they've all but gone. There's a little bit in that direction, but the bit in front, which is where the sun rises and sun sets, is just non-existent now. So in the morning, we're not supposed to have the rain, so hopefully that's clear. Fire's going in a little pit. It actually looks better on camera than it does in real life, which is a plus.
But yeah, it's just a shame we can't get that close to it. We had to move Fish's tent as well because he decided it was a wise idea to pitch 3 foot away from it and it was getting covered in embers. So we've moved that down pitch a little bit just to make sure that he's not getting absolutely covered in embers. But we're not letting anything dampen our spirits. We've got a few bevies. We've still got some good food to cook. Probably going to have to do that under here now. It'll take a little bit longer than we expected because we've got a log that I found that we'd be able to cook off rather than using the table, because otherwise we're going to get soaked through. But that's fine, we can eat our dinner that we've got planned in courses if need be. But yeah, all in all, still loving the camp as per usual. He still looks like he's going hunting, but yeah, it's one of them things. Once again, you know the script. I get that the video quality is not that great, but this Samsung camera is the worst camera I've ever used in my life. We have got the light on down here, sort of help a little bit with that, but it doesn't like low light or good light or any light. It's a rubbish camera. Hopefully, and I know I keep saying this, I should have my new one soon. I'm just waiting for Steph to start working, and then I will be buying my new camera, and hopefully, because I'm looking at ones that have got low light capabilities, then I shouldn't be getting the same issues that I'm getting now when the sun's going down. But it's one of them things. Like I said, at least we can still film a little bit while we're under there. We've got a few bevies, so I wasn't coming back just yet, but I have to tell you this because this idiot has just decided that he tried to walk through a guy rope that's in this corner on the tarp. I can't even. What was you doing?
Getting my stove.
Oh yeah, he was going to get his stove because
it wasn't in the bag.
we're going to have some mulled wine, and it wasn't in the bag that he was looking in. He's walked forward, took it round the neck, nearly beheaded himself, and yeah, it's just took me nearly 10 minutes to turn the camera on to record this bit because he's a numpty. So I'm going to enjoy this. Obviously you can see the fire in the background. Like I said, get some food on in a minute. Going to have a makeshift Christmas dinner, which should be nice. And enjoy some more wine. Merry Christmas everyone.
Welcome to Neve's Cooking Show.
So, like I said, got something special for tea tonight, so pre-packed some stuff, so I'll go through it. Got some roast potatoes, carrots and parsnips, Yorkshire puddings because I'm not an animal, sausages, bacon, and some turkey breasts. So, in case you can't work it out, we're going to try and cook Christmas dinner while we're here tonight. Like I said, it's our Christmas camp, so let's see what we can get done. We're going to do it on 2 gas stoves. We use the fire if we need to, and we'll go from there. We've also got some gravy with us, some chipotle cranberry sauce, because that sounded amazing. So yeah, we'll go from there, see what happens. I'll probably end up really drunk by the time I finish because I've still got 2 bottles of mulled wine to go through, but yeah, let's see where we go. Chipotle cranberry sauce on that turkey, and now just need to cover it in gravy.
I like right there. Is that alright for you?
Oh mate, that's banging. How much gravy do you want?
Oh, keep going, keep going. There's a loads like.
Yes, mate. So, just show you before a chomp. Turkey dinner. So, I'm gonna love you and leave you now, and go and scram my
In a bit.
great looking food. See you in a bit. So, I don't know how well you can see me, probably not very, but yeah, that's Christmas dinner done. Trying not to put too much light on because then we can enjoy the fire, but it's not working. So, well, there we go. You can see me now. So yeah, so that was Christmas dinner done. Absolutely lovely. I'd highly recommend anybody who wants to cook something while they're out, give it a go. I did some little hacks and some little cheats of it. So there's bits that I pre-cooked at home. You saw little vacuum pack bags. So in them, I had my carrots, I had my parsnips, and I had my roast potatoes, which are pre-cooked. All the meat was cooked fresh here. The Yorkshire puddings are cooked here. They were only store-bought ones, not fresh ones, but fresh ones would be quite difficult without an oven. When I do get a Dutch oven, I might try some in that at some stage, but for the sake of today, they'll do. But yeah, really, really nice. There's quite a nice little edge to it, having the little charred veggies that you get on the Yorkshire puddings and stuff from cooking them in a pan. It was something a bit different, but it was, yeah, definitely worth it. But yeah, it's we're just saying the fish. It's a big difference from this time last year when we came out. We both nearly got hypothermia. I've spoke about this before. Really, really cool camp. And that night, what we had to eat was a steak. So to come here today and to prepare a full Christmas dinner, and before anybody says anything, I know there was no sprouts. I don't eat sprouts. I'm not a savage. So yeah, full Christmas dinner to the ingredients that we would have on a Christmas dinner. You know, it was a bit of an accomplishment and something really nice and a bit different. And I thought, seeing as this is our Christmas camp, it'd be wrong of us to eat anything else. So it is what it is. So we're going to chill out now. We're going to have a bit of mulled wine. We've got some festive beers that we got from Brewdog, so we're going to enjoy some of them. And I'll probably bring you back when I'm in the tent, have a bit of a talk with you, and then I will see you after that in the morning. Hello. So I'm in the tent now. Still not rating this Nemo mat for winter use. I think it's about 7 degrees in a minute, and it's once again it's quite cold. And I've got underneath it the Xped mat as well this time, and it still doesn't feel the warmest. I am starting to warm up now though, so we will have a look at how that goes in the morning. I'll give you a bit of a tour of the tent. You can see on the inside, quite a big tent. I don't know if you can see it in this light, but it's a massive tent, this Meteor inside. I have used it before. It's not my tent, it's actually Steph's. When I have used it before, I used it when I went to Silverstone, did the festival there. I think I mentioned that before when I put it up. Held up really well, did 5 days in it there. I actually used the cot bed, but yeah, slept really well in it. It's plenty of room. Like I said, if you're after a tent that's slightly bigger, then this would be a good one. I don't know if I'd risk taking something this size while camping. Maybe if the conditions you could guarantee were good, but and I've had it in some strong winds, but I don't know how trusting it'd be. And I did modify it because I put the walking poles in, so that did make a bit of a difference. It did make it a bit stronger. I think for me, it's not something I'm risking. I'd stick to your 1s and 2 months for taking things wild camping. It's okay if it's less bulk, because this is, like I said, it's a smaller pack size than a lot of the OEX tents, but all in all, it's a good tent. It should be alright for tonight. It's not got masses and masses of mesh. It's meshed from about a third of the way up, sorry, 2/3 of the way up. It's that top third is mesh, so hopefully should get a little bit of an eco climate in here and it should warm up. Obviously it's a bigger space for me to warm, but yeah, it should be alright, I hope. I've not got a great deal else real to say tonight. I'm going to watch a couple of videos and then I'm going to try and get my head down. We eventually got through that wood. I think 7 hours of the fire we ended up with tonight, so that's not too bad. Christmas dinner was really good. I had a couple of nice Christmas related drinks. So we had the Punk IPA Christmas edition. We had a couple of different types of mulled wine, and we had a marshmallow stout, but that wasn't very nice. Neither of us really like that. So yeah, it's like I said, I'm going to try and get my head down a little bit. I want to try and be out early-ish tomorrow. Got things that I want to go and do, and obviously I want to get this video edited down and uploaded hopefully. So it's one of them things. The Sierra Designs quilt seems warm enough at the moment. I don't know if I'll be taking it sub-zero. I probably would have to bring the other quilt as well, but like I said, I think most of the temperature issues I'm getting is coming from this Nemo mat. It's very similar colour spots that I was getting to when I had the Quezza sleeping bag with me. So obviously that had quite a lot of down in it, and it's that same area. It's the top of my legs while I'm on the side. So I've checked where the quilt is. There's no gap, so I'm not getting a draft through. It seems to be travelling upwards through the mat. So I'll let you know how we get on with that. But it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like I said, it's tensor mat. Supposed to be rated down to 0-ish, I think. But yeah, it's cool at this sort of temperature. Like I said, I've got a new mat coming. I think Steph's bought it for Christmas, so fingers crossed. I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'll obviously bring it out in another video. Give you a bit of a clue. It's bright orange, so anybody who knows the sleep mats will probably be able to work out what it is from that. But yeah, hopefully that should solve the issues I'm getting with just this. It's not cold, but you can definitely feel the cold spots coming through, and it should hopefully solve that issue. So like I said, I'm getting a bit tired now, so I'll sign out for the night and I'll bring you back in the morning. Like I said before, I'm not going to do the whole fake waking up, oh, I've just woke up stuff. It's not real. It's not what I want to represent in my video, so I'll get up, I'll doss up out a bit. I like to have a bit of a just chill in the tent for a good 20 minutes, half hour or something, and then I'll probably put the camera on. If I'm up early enough and there's a sunrise or any half decent view, I'll take you out to see that as well. If not, I'll bring you back and have a bit of a talk, and I'll obviously film sitting down the tent and stuff like that. So yeah, see you in the morning. Good morning. So like I said, this isn't a I've just woke up video. I don't do them because I'm not filming all night, so it's not going to know when I've woke up. But yeah, I'm up now. It's 7:30. You can't even see because my watch isn't showing up. It's just turned 7:30. I've got my doors open. I would show you, but it's still dark, so I can't see that. Just waiting for the sun to rise. Hopefully I'll get one. If I do get a bit of a sunrise, I'll film it. The Nemo pad, it once again, it was alright after a bit. Again, like the last camp, I think it just takes a bit of time to heat up and to get rid of them cold spots. I did think at one point it was popped before I got into it last night, but actually had to let air out of it, so it's obviously just the changes in temperature. Sierra Designs quilt, really good, kept me dead warm all night. Didn't get any cold spots or any drafts in it, so that's good. Tent as always performed really well. Although strange, they felt a bit big last night. I think 2 man's definitely that optimal size, or like I keep saying to people, 1.5 if somebody will make me one. That's what you really want. It's big enough for 1 man, but you can actually turn around it. So plans for this morning, we've got some sausages left still and some eggs, so we could have some butties this morning, pack up, and I think we're out fairly early this morning. Obviously, as you know, I'm usually packed up and gone by now if we're going wild, but the warthog over there, he's still snoring a bit at the minute, so he's not up yet.
But yeah, I think we're aiming for about 9, half 9 to get out. But yeah, I'm gonna just chill out for a bit, just enjoy what little view I've got, because I can't see it yet because it's a bit dark. Wait for the sun to go up, and like I said, I'll bring you back if I get sunrise. So the sun's still not risen yet. There's another half an hour till it's due. I just thought I'd bring you back, show you what my view is from the tent at the minute. So, just going to take in a little bit of a short walk. I've got this, you can see this path down here. I'm going to take it to show you where the showers are. So, when I said yesterday I'll show you all the features, I realised that's an area I hadn't shown. So, I'll take you down. Notice loads of birch trees, which is really good. I know yesterday when we was running out of wood, there's quite a lot of deadfall within the forest from the birch trees. So, I went and got a lot of that because, as everybody knows, it burns really, really well. Speaking of which, this isn't off a birch, but you know, there's deadfall everywhere, so we didn't want to go and disturb the owners of the site. It was about 10 o'clock at night last night, 11 o'clock at night, so we didn't want to go and disturbing them, so we just went to come and get some deadfall from the forest. And yeah, that burnt really well, despite the fact that it was wet as well, because it had been raining. But yeah, it burn well. So I'll just turn the camera on, I'll show you where the shower is. So you can see the little shack there that's in the woods, that's the shower, so I'll just take you close to it now. So I'll continue on through. As you can see, everything is marked. They have little signposts knocking around all over the place. But yeah, it's just, it's quite cool that they're hidden within the forest area, so it keeps all the natural beauty of the area. It looks as natural as they can make it. But then you've got your little shower areas. The toilets are kept obviously on the site because you can't be expecting people to wander out into the forest in the middle of the night. But they're not switched on at the moment because we're only staying for a night, so we're going to shower and get home. But they still gave us the option even though we're the only people here. So there's your showers. Take you in, I'll switch the view round. So as you can see, it's just a little combi shower. Got your hose, showering off with. Got a little mirror, ain't nobody needs to see my ugly mug. And that's it. Even a floor pea shingle with essentially like a homemade pallet over the top to help it drain. So yeah, very basic. Like I said, everything's eco-friendly, so it's going to be. But I've stayed at some way more expensive campsites with mod cons that have got worse showers than this. And even the same with the toilets. I've been to places with actual flushing toilets that you're a bit worried to sit on, whereas these are a bit of a shock when you first use them. Getting a draft up your rear end takes a bit of getting used to, but to be fair, they're not that bad. They're alright to use, it just takes that bit of getting used to. But they're clean, and they're well maintained. You have, instead of toilets, you have like sawdust that you're chucking after you've used it. And they've had the people that live on the site filling that up numerous times throughout the day. They're coming up checking it just to make sure it's alright, and like I said, we're the only people on site, so they didn't really need to. But yeah, it's very welcoming. So I'd highly recommend the site to anybody who's looking for somewhere cheap to stay. It's on my list of the, that's the toilets there. It's on my list of the top campsites that I can get for £10 or under. Like I said, there's some that I wouldn't go to again. Well, I would because I'm going to review them again, but after that, I'll probably never go again. And then I've got some little bits of paradise like this. It's a little hidden gem that I didn't know was here until a week ago. And there's a couple of places that I know like that now. So, like I said, I'm going to try and add to this series over the year. I know there's another one that I really like, but I'm not going to go back there until the new year, because at this time of year it's absolutely freezing there. So that one's got a lake at the bottom, so where you want to camp, which is on the ledge bit, because it's got flat areas on the ledge, that's where I nearly got hypothermia last year, because the wind chill from off that lake is absolutely freezing. So that's not one to be going to at this time of year for me. Plus I want to go and use the lake, so I'll do that more towards the summer, springtime, something like that. But yeah, if you're looking for somewhere cheap and cheerful, has everything that you need, really good people that own it, definitely give this a shot. Like I said, I'll share all the descriptions for it all within my description. I'll share their website and stuff. You look like death. What's up with you?
This coughing.
What's wrong with it?
Mate, I couldn't move.
You were snoring like a water all night.
Not according to my thing.
Well, you were. You woke me up about 5 times.
I'm moving this thing.
It's not a winter tent, is it?
No. This is a box.
It's alright for summer though.
Can't get out.
Okay, so it's time to pack up now, so I'll show you how I do it. Some bits are similar that you'll see with other people, some aren't. So first bit, this is something I learned from another YouTuber. Flat bag, the bottom of my pack, and then literally just stuff my quilt in. Trying to push as much loft out as I can while I'm doing it. The reason you do this is because when I put the tent and everything in, this will fill up all the gaps at the sides of the tent. It's just about de-lofting it as much as I can while stuffing it in. And then what I do, I roll the top of that bag up, and then I can zip my bag up a little bit. Yeah, that's that. What I do, that goes in the side of my bag there. If you look, actually, because of how the bag's set up, it will stuff right down there. Next bed flex mat, dead easy. Folds up like so. This fits on the bottom of my pack. I'll put this on last because I'll do it after my tent's down. So, next up's the tent. I'll move the camera out while I do that. And then I'll take that down, I'll show you how to fold it up. For the tent, I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse. I'll take it down. You don't need me to talk you through everything. So what I'll do is I'll go and get it started now, and then it'll be sped up for you. As you can see with the tent, something I didn't mention is it is semi-freestanding, so that's not actually pegged in at the minute. Get the tent in the bag. So you see the sleeping bag there, and it literally you just shove in and it will push the sleeping bag down. And zip up, that's done. I'm not going to put my stoves and stuff in yet because well, I've not had any breakfast yet.
just dropped the lost breakfast.
Oh, we've got 6 left.
Oh, no.
Fucking stove fell, didn't it? Ow! What a dickhead, why would you do that? That's everything cut now, we're just waiting for the eggs to just finish off in the pan. Don't give me grief over popping the yolks, that's our preferred method of doing it. It's just so you don't end up wearing it, because nobody wants to be walking around covered in yolk. I will include the clips in there of me messing up the sausages and throwing them all over the floor, and decided to pick up a hot stove with my bare hands because, like I've always said, people make mistakes. Like I said, there's no actual burn if you look at my fingers, there's no blister or anything. I got them off quite early. Luckily, like him, I used to work in kitchens, so you get to the point where your fingers toughen up at the ends anyway. So, I'll build these up, we're going to eat them. You don't need to film that bit. That's us done now, all packed up. Numbnuts has got his wheelbarrow, looks like and one of these walking adverts with his big massive roll mat on the outside, but it's one of them things. He seems to think he can't fit his winter gear in a 65 litre pack when I've clearly got mine in a 55, including additionals because I've got extra gas, I've got an extra chair with me, so I've got stuff that I normally wouldn't bring. I have got things like the frying pan on the outside though, because once again it's not something I'd take going wild. But yeah, I've got 2 stoves with me as well, which bulks it out. But yeah, he's currently pushing a wheelbarrow full of stuff as well, but some of that's mine because that's where my tarp is. But yeah, final overview of this place, definitely worth a camp. If you want to come somewhere that's a bit less effort than climbing up a hill, that's got that bit of security, then definitely worth a shout. Like I said, I'll share details of it in the description if anybody wants to come. Really friendly site. The whole community all seem really nice. We've both spoke to most of them, and yeah, if you want somewhere to go, definitely come. So that being said, we're just going to get everything back into the car now, and I'll see you there. Catch you in a bit.